I always get asked, how did I leverage living my life in the overdraft to moving to Puerto Rico and purchasing 2 properties? And I go into detail in my book, Queen of the Overdraft, which details my journey on how I turned my pain into triumph and how you can too. But I want to make a series where I discuss tips and tricks for you to prepare yourself to move to Puerto Rico and what that looks like. So this is part 1 of the series, and we'll start with the first tip. You want to save money, at least enough to pay your rent for the year. That way, while you're here and you are in transition, you don't have to worry about paying your rent. It's paid for. You can look for work peacefully and calmly, because finding a job on the island can be difficult depending on what area of work you specialize in. If you're Puerto Rican and you have family that lives on the island, or if you have a family property that is currently abandoned, nobody's taking care of it, then see if you could leverage staying with family in the meantime while you're in transition, or assessing the livability of the property that your family has. It may need very few repairs in order for you to stay there and start fixing it up. You could probably negotiate with some of your family members, hey, I'll live in the property, I'll fix it up, I'll make it look nice, but in exchange for me living here. That's an option. The second part is, and this comes with work, finding jobs on the island. Depending on what field you're in, it can be very difficult to find jobs. If you're in trades, we always need tradespeople here. If you are a doctor or a nurse, we need those. So that is why I recommend that you save up a year's worth of rent, or at least something to have for your expenses for the year, so that way you're not struggling month to month trying to find work and get your life together. Because when you move, it is a transition. It is a change, and it's going to take you some time to get accustomed to it. Now, you may be surprised on how much the jobs pay over here. I believe when I first moved here, it was like $7.50, and they raised it to $9, but don't quote me on that. But it could be difficult finding high-paying jobs over here, because a lot of them pay like $10, $12, $13. And if your rent is high, look at this. If your rent is high, then, that's not gonna work. So you wanna make sure you have a little cushion. This first part was a lot longer than